Hello everyone, it's Gigi from Inner Feather Tarot. Welcome to the Daily Whisper. Let's do a collective reading today. Let's get right into it. Decks have all been pre-shuffled. Just a quick cutting here. Let's see what Spirit has for the collective today. What energies do you have for the collective today, Spirit? Sorry I lied. Forgive me. And contact. Those are the initial energies. Let's get some oracle messages for that. Spirit, please clarify. Sorry, I lied. Spirit, please clarify. Sorry, I lied. Will you stand by me? I am lost. I get lost in your eyes. So clearly somebody feels a great deal of love for you, but there were some lies. And they were wondering if these lies came to light, whether you would still choose to be with them or choose to keep them in your life. We're going to clarify what these lies may have been about with some tarot. Spirit, please clarify forgive me. Please clarify forgive me. Twin flame. Betrayal. I come alive with you. It's interesting because we got twin flame in yesterday's reading as well. So it seems like a lot of movement going on in some of the twin flame journeys right now. It seems that this person needs forgiveness because there was some sort of betrayal. And that betrayal doesn't necessarily mean that it was unfaithfulness. It could be. But it could be that, they didn't choose you. It could be that they had to move away. It could be a series of things. But the truth of the matter is this is a twin flame journey, and your twin has done some sort of betrayal here and is looking for forgiveness. They're not at peace without that forgiveness. They do, as I said, this is another, I come alive with you and I get lost in your eyes. So in both of these, even though these are lies and a need for forgiveness, but when it came to a betrayal, there is still a great deal of feelings, obviously, for you, because this is it's your twin flame, right? Spirit, please clarify contact for us. You were created just for me. I have financial issues. I am lost. So yeah, this person wants to make contact. Perhaps this is a no contact situation. Perhaps they haven't spoken for a while, or if you are in speaking terms, perhaps the conversations have not been as deep as they were in the past. They've been more superficial. But this person is longing for deep contact with you, either a call or a text message or maybe a message on social media, and they want to come and tell you some truths, right? They're going through a tough financial time right now because I have financial issues. So maybe they've been working on rebuilding or regaining their financial stability, and they're going through a tough time. They just are afraid of contacting you because they don't know how that contact is going to go, right? They're longing to burst out these truths that you didn't have before, and they're not sure how this is going to play out. They are feeling a bit lost. They are conflicted on whether or not to come and tell you these truths. We're going to clarify these energies with some tarot here. Spirit, please clarify, sorry I lied. What is this sorry I lied about, Spirit? What is this about? It's about a partnership. They have been in their heads a lot. There's a great deal of anxiety for this person, thinking about these lies they were told. Excuse me. It's like I can't even speak. My throat is closing up. And I mean, they clearly see you as this absolute beautiful person. I mean, they see you as an empowered individual, somebody who is not going to take any nonsense, somebody who's charming, who has options, who doesn't really need them in your life. You want them in your life, but you don't need them in your life. And they're afraid that they're going to talk about this partnership. And it could be your own partnership, your dynamic here. Perhaps they lied about the level of investment they had in this partnership. But whatever those lies were, they're creating a fair amount of anxiety for this person. They can't sleep. They keep replaying things in their heads, and they don't know how to come and confess, how to come and tell you. And it is, again, about a partnership. It could be your partnership, but they're afraid of losing you. They see you as this very strong individual who's not going to really stick around for mind games. Clarifying forgive me. This person they're going through a tough time right now, and they're assessing. They're trying to, I mean, they're tired. They don't feel that they've accomplished everything that they sent out to do, right? They feel like things are missing in their life, that no matter how much they try to do, or they try to, how much they try to do, things are not working out. They're feeling defeated. They're feeling that just their efforts are unappreciated. But what's interesting is that they're going through a cycle. They're doing things exactly the same way and expecting different results, right? Classic definition of insanity. They're refusing to change their ways. This is a person who's very stuck in their ways. Very, they've been doing things for the same way for a very long time. And it has to do with vulnerability, right? This forgiveness here and this betrayal could have been because they couldn't open themselves up to you. I mean, they are trying, they're working on being more vulnerable, of really dealing with things in a less logical way, in a more emotional way. And so they've been working on that. And that forgiveness, perhaps, is about the fact that they refused to be vulnerable in this relationship. And they continue to do things the way that they've always been doing it. Maybe they were devoting time to another situation, maybe to their financial matters, to, if they have maybe children or a family, they were devoting time to a family, or they were spending time with friends, and not really devoting a lot of time to be invested in this relationship. And that is what they feel that it was the betrayal, is that they led you down a garden path. They kept you with them, they kept you invested in this relationship, but they weren't really as invested as you were. They really didn't put in the work, right? Because they have been working on this vulnerability. This seems to be a person who isn't very open emotionally, and this is what they're hoping you will forgive them for really leading you down this garden path and not being truthful with you about the fact that they weren't ready to devote as much time to and energy to your dynamic. Clarifying contact. I mean, you are this beautiful, nurturing, supportive, loving individual energy in their life, feminine energy in their life, and they want to fight for this connection. And that's really what they want to tell you, that even though they have been hot and cold, they haven't really been very present in the relationship. Because they maybe devoting time to other things. You know, he says, I have financial issues here. Maybe they've been devoting time to work to get their financial balance back, and they've been kind of hot and cold. But they want you to know, what they want to tell you is that you are their person. They miss that warmth, that, you know, that support, that compassion that you brought into their life. And they are ready to fight for the two of you. They're really invested. They're emotionally invested in this, and they didn't think they were going to be. And that is what the cause of confusion for for this person. This is a person who, in the past, has protected their love, has prevented themselves from falling in love, and just you came into their life, and you changed them. You made them fall in love, and now they want to come in and rush in and tell you that they want to fight for you, that they want to do this with you. They want to build with you. They want to fight for this connection, but they are very afraid that they might be staring at a rejection here, that you might not, you know, be as interested in them as you were before, and that's why they're lost. That's why they're a little hesitant to come and rush in with that contact. But they've been thinking about it. Clarifying the sorry I lied. Again, this is a person who loves you very, very, very much. But they couldn't make a decision. They were conflicted. Love wasn't something that it was important for them at one time, at some point in time, right? They're feeling restless right now because they love you and they see you as everything that they want in their lives. But they didn't invest. They played with your heart. And that was the lie. That's what they're really hoping that you forgive them for. They weren't invested. They were, they were on the fence. They never really committed to you. There was no formal commitment here. So maybe this was more of a casual relationship. And they treated this as a casual relationship. You were invested. You wanted something more serious, and you waited around for that. You understood some of their limitations, their emotional limitations. And even though you had options, even though you're this beautiful person, and they know that. They know that you don't need them. You want them, right? You love them, and that's why you're invested. But even though they have a great deal of love for you, they were always on the fence, hot and cold, never really gave you any commitment. But now they're feeling restless. They're again on that dynamic, right? It's so fitting of a twin flame. I come in, I leave. I come in, I leave. I come in, I get scared, I leave. I come in, I get scared, I leave. Very strong feelings this person has for you. And then they have scared them, and that's why they kept leaving, right? I mean, you were hoping for a little more investment from them into this dynamic, but you never really got that. They were doing their own thing and kind of kept you thinking that they were going to invest. At some point, they were going to come in and put more work, more effort in. They were going to give you a proper commitment, but it never happened. That never happened. And that's really what the lie was, right? They made you believe, they fed you a bunch of illusions that this was going somewhere when they knew that it really wasn't. And that was the lie, right? Forgiveness. They want forgiveness because even though they love you, they didn't have a plan. They came in very hot. They came in with no plan at all. They didn't plan to stick around. They planned to just come in and have a little bit of casual love, and they were dealing with other things in their life, and you were not a priority in their life. Even though they saw you as this vessel of love, somebody who made them so happy, somebody who fulfilled them emotionally, they were really battling with other areas, other aspects of their lives. But they're ready now to move to calmer waters. They want to ask for your forgiveness. They want to tell you that you make them very happy, that you are, that it was never about not loving you. It was never about not really wanting to be with you, not really seeing you for who you are in their lives. But it was more that they couldn't be vulnerable. It was more that they were self-sabotaging, right? They had this internal struggle where, again, this is they would come in, just rush in, rush of passion, and then the feelings would get too strong, and then they would pull themselves back, right? And that is the betrayal that in their mind they need forgiveness for. It's for the fact that they weren't honest with you about their own inner challenges, right? This is somebody who is deadly afraid of vulnerability, somebody who in the past sheltered, guarded themselves from feeling deeply about anybody. And so they immerse themselves in other aspects of their lives, other areas of their life, other aspects of their lives, so they wouldn't have to confront all those emotions, all those feelings. But they know how that hurt you because you were invested, right? And you're their person. And so they would like for you to forgive them for not being strong enough to tell you about their limitations, and for not being strong enough to open themselves up, to be more vulnerable with you, to give you more love, the love that you deserved, right? The display of love in what you were looking for. On the contact energy, yeah, they feel that you're it, that the two of you can tackle the world, that once you move past the past, these lies, this betrayal that was them not really investing in this relationship and kind of leading you down a bunch of illusions. Once you move past that, they see that you can tackle the world together and be very, very happy, right? They know they weren't fair. This wasn't a balanced relationship. And they are afraid that you're going to, hold that over their heads, that, that there will be no new beginning because of all that's happened in the past, because things weren't fair, because they didn't treat you fairly. And so they are afraid of contacting you, really, because they want a new beginning. They see you as their person, and they are willing to fight for your connection, but they are afraid that it's too late. They are afraid that they've missed their opportunity with all the games and all the betrayal, and that you might not accept that new beginning. They're afraid that the spark is gone, that you don't feel the same for them anymore, and therefore you might reject them. You might not want to restart this. And that's really what their fear is. Yeah. The lies were about the fact that there was no foundation at all. They weren't putting roots down with you. They played with your heart a lot, fed you a bunch of illusions, and there was never an intention in the past to settling down with you, to make this a formal commitment, to give you any sort of commitment at all, right? The Four of Wands reversed here, no marriage, no commitment. So not a strong foundation. So they didn't really invest in the past. And clarifying the forgiveness here, it's, moving forward. Moving forward, maybe they left you, they ghosted you at some point, or left you, or stopped contact and went elsewhere, and hurt you. Or maybe maybe you may have spoken to one another and you expressed that you wanted more, and they said that they didn't that they promised to move forward, but they didn't act that way. They said the words, but didn't act that way. It does look to me that it may have been almost like a ghosting situation where they went somewhere. They just picked up and left for a period of time without any explanation, without telling you what was happening. Just kind of shut themselves off, like closed themselves off to you and moved in a new direction on their own. And they're hoping for forgiveness for that betrayal. And no contact. Yeah. They're very devoted to financial matters. They're feeling that they lack in that department. They lack in the stability department. And this isn't it's a past trauma. This is something they've gone through from maybe their childhood. Maybe this is somebody who came from a difficult childhood when it came to finances. Maybe they didn't have a lot of means. Maybe something happened in their early life where there wasn't financial stability in the home, and now they feel that they lack and that they always have to be devoting time to their financial stability. They feel that they need more. They're so afraid of not being financially stable that that's where their mindset is in life. That's why they've ignored love and emotion for a long time, because they've been so consumed with financial stability. But it's not just your run-of-the-mill financial stability, right? Not having things. It's not like they fear poverty. It's almost like they fear not having the means to support themselves, to support the ones around them. And it's trauma. It comes from childhood. This is something that they've developed as an adult. This is something that they've been carrying for a very long time. And that is where they've been devoting time. That's why they couldn't really give you a proper relationship, because they've been so consumed with their financial world, it seems. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. This seems like a very specific message. May not be for everybody. It might be for some of you, but not all of you. It seems very specific, especially with this fear of not having the financial means here. For me, seems like a very specific message for a few of you. So bottom of the deck, 6 of Wands reversed, 6 of Cups reversed, Page of Swords reversed, the Moon reversed, the Wheel of Fortune, and Death reversed. Yeah, this person is feeling very defeated, feeling weak. They're conflicted. They don't know. They don't have the strength. They're trying to find the strength, but they don't feel strong enough to come to you yet. They've been completely trapped in the past. They've been reminiscing about what you guys had and feeling incredibly sorry for themselves. They're feeling like a fool for letting you go, or for really messing the relationship up in the way that they did. But they're also carrying a lot of past trauma, things that come from their childhood or maybe from past relationships that have hurt them a lot, that made them close themselves off for a lot of having to deal with their emotional side. They have trust issues. They have a lot of trust issues. They don't trust right now that you will take them back, that you will want to continue with them. And that's weighing heavy on their minds. And some secrets are coming to light. And that's very in line with the sorry I lied and forgiveness and contact, right? Some secrets are coming to light. They're either coming to tell you, most likely they're coming to tell you, or you're going to find out on your own. But however it happens, these secrets are coming to light. Whatever has been hidden for a long time, and I believe that what's been hidden is this person is coming to tell you about a lot of their past trauma. This is somebody who is coming with baggage, right? And maybe they haven't really opened up to anybody before about these past traumas. You know, this lack of trust, seems like fear of abandonment, you know, some fear of not having financial means, kind of fear of poverty in a way. A lot of inner doubts, some depression I see here. This person is prone to a bit of depression. And they're coming to tell you, these secrets are going to come up. Whatever is going to come out of this contact, of this conversation that the two of you are going to have, is going to help move the situation forward, one way or another, right? Whether you're going to decide to stick around and continue to invest in you, or in you as a couple, or you're going to decide to go your own direction. Either way, whatever this conversation, whatever these secrets that have to be exposed, whatever these secrets are, when they are exposed, they're going to help propel the situation forward. So you're getting out of stagnation. Things just seem to be very stagnant right now. But there is going to be a rejection. So perhaps after finding out what it is that is coming to light, you might not want to be around in this relationship. And it might be that you're finding out that you're played, that this was all mind games, that this person really didn't have any intentions, and you're going to feel hurt. It's going to hurt. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a very hurtful period for you. But again, once you're past that, once you move past that hurt, there's something better waiting for you on the other side. So it looks like there is a potential rejection here once these secrets come to light. But this person is conflicted. This person doesn't know what to do. Okay, everyone, these are the messages that Spirit had for us today. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please leave me a message down below. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber of the channel yet, please do subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. I will see you all very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.